So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to this presentation about health and wellness in Germany. My name is Clarissa Nicklaus, and I work at Euromonitor International. So, for those of you who don't know the company, Euromonitor International is a strategic business intelligence company. We provide research for industries going from packaged food to beverages, but also consumer finance and many more. We also offer tailored projects as well as insights in countries and consumers. We have over 800 analysts in 80 countries and 11 offices worldwide. So let's start with this presentation. I'm going to take you through today, first of all, to show you a quick market overview of health and wellness in Germany, then looking at growth drivers, and finally, what are future opportunities. To start with, just some key facts. Health and wellness in Germany is worth 22 billion euros in 2012. With this value sale, Germany is actually the second largest country within Western Europe. So this means health and wellness is already quite mature in Germany. It started earlier in Germany than in many other European countries. And the growth over the last 5 years was about 12%. So to start with, I'm going to take you through health and wellness within beverages. So non-alcoholic drinks in 2012 represent 20 billion euros. You can see on the right-hand side the growth rate over the last 5 years. If we now add health and wellness beverages, you can see that it represents half of the market. Again, on the right-hand side, you can see the comparison of health and wellness beverages, the value sales growth over the last 5 years. What we can observe is that it performed better than non-alcoholic drinks, apart from the period 2010 and 2011. But this was due to high increases in coffee prices, and that's the reason why non-alcoholic drinks performed better. If we now look at the different categories within health and wellness beverages, Euromonitor divides it in different categories. So you have fortified functional, which means products which have added vitamins, so magnesium, calcium. Then you have better for you. This is everything what is reduced salt, reduced sugar, reduced fat. And then naturally healthy are products that are already healthy, like mineral water or green tea. And finally, organic, which I think is straightforward. So what we can see in 2012 is that naturally healthy beverages was the main bulk of value sales with around 6 billion euros. This is due to the fact, as I mentioned, it includes categories such as mineral water, and carbonate mineral water especially is very important in Germany and already a quite big category. If we now look at the growth rates, over the last 5 years, again, value sale growth rates, you will see naturally healthy beverages, as I mentioned, is a very big category and it's already quite mature, so it had a quite sluggish performance over the last 5 years. We then have organic beverages, which saw huge increases in 2006, 2007. This was mainly due to the product which is a key player in that market, Bionade. And basically, it went very trendy at that time, and this pushed sales at that point. And then later on, sales was slowing down again. And then fortified functional beverages was the best performing category of over the last 4 years. So I'm going to go a little bit deeper in that category. So fortified functional beverages includes, for example, fortified functional energy drinks as well as functional bottled water. Those are mainly drinks driven by the fact that they became trendy. So energy drinks registered huge increases over the last 5 years. And functional bottled water, as you can see, had a little bit different movements. This is due to the fact that at the beginning there were a lot of, for example, you had products such as Bonaqua Sport Water or Vital Action, which were more positioned as sport drinks. This didn't work very well, and there was not enough demand, so those products were withdrawn off from the market. This is why you can see this decline around 2008, 2009. And then there was a big push again in 2010 with new products coming into the market, such as Beauty Water Q10 and a lot of waters with vitamins, more positioned as energy drinks. So if we now look at the competitive landscape, so in energy drinks, Red Bull has a long tradition in Germany, so it represents almost half of value sales in 2012. And then you have a lot of smaller players. Effect is number 2. Private label is quite important as well. With around, it represents around 15% in 2012 of value sales. And then you have a lot of smaller players and smaller brands such as Flying Horse, Monster, Burn, Rockstar, etc. In functional bottled water, you have also one big brand, one key market player, which is the brand Apollinaris Active Plus, also representing almost half of the market in value sales. And then you have Water Joe, which remained over the last years, which is a water with caffeine, added caffeine. And then you have Active O2 and the newer brands, which I mentioned, such as Vitamizer Vitaminwasser and Ganning Vitamin Water. So if we now look at health and wellness within packaged food. So packaged food represents 75 billion euros in value sales in 2012. Again, on the right-hand side, you can see the growth rates over the last 5 years. If we now add health and wellness again, you will see the proportion is much smaller than in beverages, only 16%, due to the fact that packaged food is a bigger market. But in actual value sales, it represents 12 billion euros. So health and wellness beverages was 10 billion euros, so quite similar in that way. And on the right-hand side, again, you can see, as expected, that health and wellness packaged food performed better than packaged food over the last 5 years. If we now look at the categories within health and wellness again, it's the same categories as before, only one is added, which is food intolerance. The biggest one in value sales, already almost representing 5 billion euros, is Better For You packaged food. Better For You is mainly driven by reduced fat dairy products. If we look now at the growth rates again over the last 5 years, so you will see this decline in fortified functional packaged food, which is due to the claim issues probiotic drinks had, and this had a big effect on fortified functional drinking yogurt, brands such as Actimel, for example. The best performing category, but it comes from a lower base as well, smaller sales, but was food intolerance, which registered good growth over the last 5 years. People just became more aware, especially for lactose intolerance, and it still registered a growth of 4% in 2012. So again, I'm going to go a little bit deeper in that category of food intolerance. So as I mentioned, growing areas, developing areas are lactose-free dairy and lactose-free ice cream. You can see lactose-free dairy, as I mentioned, from very huge growth going to less growth, but still 4%. And actually, in this category, according to our trade sources, most of the consumers are actually not lactose intolerant, but they already switched to those products because they think they can prevent a potential lactose intolerance. So if we look at competitive landscape again, there are similar players in the market. So Minus L is number 1 in lactose-free dairy and lactose-free ice cream. And then we have smaller players. So in lactose-free dairy, you have Laktosefrei, Herle, Bayernländer cheese. You have private label as well with Edeka yogurt, Elfrei. And recently, Ehrmann launched its lactose-zero yogurt. And then in ice cream, you have small players, like you can see in orders, Lupines Ice. Yeah, but minus L is most of the market for lactose-free ice cream. So just to summarize a bit what we could see, so that health and wellness was still growing over the last 5 years, but you could see growth slowing down because it's already quite mature in Germany. So we are now going to look at the growth drivers. So first of all, health prevention. So where does it come from that health and wellness started earlier in Germany? Why is it working that good? Germans are very planned, they are organized, it's a cultural thing basically, and they look forward. So therefore, health prevention is very important. To support that, I'm just showing you here the per capita spending in 2012 of vitamins and dietary supplements. And you can see that Germany has one of the highest within Western Europe. If we now look at two other factors, demographic factors, the obesity and aging population. So obesity is a problem in Germany. It's at the moment 60% of the population aged 15 plus are obese. And Euromonitor International expects over the next 5 years that half of the population in Germany will be, or half of the population aged 15 plus will be obese or overweight. So this is quite important and leads to new opportunities. So especially with stevia being legal now, we see already new products coming in beverages as well as in food. So I have two examples here. Schwarzwaldsprudel non-cola carbonate with stevia and the Haribo licorice with stevia, both aiming to the reduction of calories. If we look now at the aging population, so this is a problem across most European countries, but it's especially a problem in Germany. The mean age, average age is already quite high, and it's expected to increase until 2017 to a little bit more over 44 years. So again, consumers look for new solutions, so not only creams, but what you can do for your body from within. So new products coming on the market, you have the Beauty Water Q10, and very recently the Superfruit Juice Body Guard, which has high antioxidant function and is therefore aiming or targeting immune support, anti-aging as well. So now looking at the increasing income in Germany, Germany already has one of the highest annual disposable income in Europe per capita in 2012, and it's expected to increase until 2017. So this means Germans have the potential to spend more. They also have quite high saving rates, but if they see an added value in a product, they are willing to pay more to a certain extent. So this means balancing health and angle. So targeting a specific health trend is important, making sure emphasizing the added value. The price needs to be in line with the positioning, but remain careful about Germans' price sensitivity. So here are three examples, just different ways to push the healthy aspect. So you have Alpgold organic minerals, and they have an easy preparation. So they combine actually health and wellness and convenience. Then you have in the growing category of food intolerance, the lactose-free spread for minus L Nuss Nougat, and the energy drink Matcha Magic Energize Your Life, which is with organic green tea. So this again mixes organic with fortified functional and as well as convenience. So now we're gonna have a look at the future. What is happening in health and wellness, what we expect to happen over the next 5 years. So you can see health and wellness is still growing, but is expected to grow with a at a very flat level. However, if you compare it to packaged food, it's still performing much better. And non-alcoholic drinks, again, is only performing better due to expected rises in coffee. If we look at the different categories we saw before, they all, naturally healthy is almost flat, but this is due to the maturity of this category. food intolerance is expected to be the fastest growing from 2015 onwards, but still grows not over 2%. So we asked during our annual survey with 2,000 participants, how do German consumers perceive healthy? So our question was, which of the following factors would make you feel that a food product is contributing to your health and wellness? So there were different things. One of them is contains vitamins, so this is definitely in the health and wellness. But then we have other things. For example, has no added fat or no added sugar. So this leads me to my next point, saying that health and wellness is not enough. We have other factors that are very important and that we need to take into account. So one of them is naturalness. So there is a high demand for natural ingredients. Also sustainability, having an environmental friendly packaging or fair trade label. Regional products, consumers are more concerned about the carbon footprint. Regional products are especially performing well in packaged food. Also, as you could see in the recent launches before, don't forget the convenience. So I'm just showing you the evolution of PET bottles and glass bottles over the last 5 years and what we expect in the next 5 years. So you can see that important convenience is getting important. PET bottles are increasing while glass bottles are decreasing. Also, with the positioning, so which positioning to target? So we have positioning such as general well-being, which is just general claims, and weight management, digestive health. They're already very established in the market, and we still expect growth, obviously, for them. But on the right-hand side, a little bit newer positionings, beauty from within, bone and joint health, cardiovascular health, we expect for them to have more growth in the long term, especially relating to the aging population. And also keep in mind the regulation. So you know, probably probiotics that have been very related to digestive health and immune support, but actually probiotics failed to get a claim. So now you can see just Danone changed a bit the way it markets its product without pictures anymore, just mentioning Alcazei Danone or Activia Regularis. So finally, what is to remind for you? Health and wellness is still an area to invest, but there are other things, other factors to take into account. So for your product, this means looking at natural ingredients, regional products, especially in packaged food. The taste is also very important because often healthy things don't taste very nice. Sustainability, adding something like environmental friendly packaging or the fair trade label. And then on the communication side, choosing the health angle, the positioning as well as we saw before, keeping in mind the pricing and the Germans' price sensitivity, the regulations, and adding convenience, which is very important as well in nowadays hectic lifestyles. Thank you very much for your listening. And don't forget to visit us at our stand E36.